Yeah, hi. Good morning. Uh, Sorry, a bit late because there is some problem with my laptop. Yeah, so I'll just load the project. So D drive, workspace, online, TypeScript. Yep. Yesterday we were discussing actually the data types. Yeah, we were actually discussing data types. Uh, yeah, let me load this first. Or we'll do one thing. I think the previous recording also. I think I don't have. Okay, I tell you from starting. Okay, see here. Um, Thing is TypeScript. So previously, what we have discussed is we discussed Node, Express, MongoDB. So those technologies is for backend. Okay, so how to create a server, how to store data to database, and how to create REST API. So CRUD operations, everything we have discussed with the local MongoDB and cloud. So backend is completely finished. Now for that backend, we are supposed to create a front end. So for this front end, we need to make a framework. We need to learn a framework called Angular. But Angular is depend on one language called TypeScript. So why the Angular people using TypeScript instead of JavaScript is, see, so Angular. I mean, first I tell you who given this Angular. The Google has introduced the framework. So first, the Google introduced a framework called Angular JS. Okay, so Angular JS is the first framework introduced by the Google. So this Angular JS is built on top of JavaScript only, pure JavaScript it is built. But JavaScript was having a few limitations. Okay, I talk about the limitations. So later they have introduced a new framework, a brand new framework called Angular, and this is on TypeScript. They are not given Angular TS, but its name is just Angular. It is on TypeScript. So Angular JS versions will be like 1.x, means 1.2, 1.3, 1.4. The current version will be a 1.7. So they just give 1 point something only because they want to keep this one for Angular. Okay. And this Angular versions are keep changing such a way that 2 and 3 and 4 like that. So 3 has not released. So now Angular 9 also has come recently, around just 1 week ago. Okay. So what is the difference here? Why they have shifted from JS to Angular TS is there are some limitations. The very first limitation is, okay, let's say JavaScript limitations. Okay, the very first limitation of JavaScript is uh, variables, variable declaration, and assignments. So here in the process of declaring a variable, generally JavaScript what we do, we say let a is equal to 10. If I say let a equal 10, a is so the value 10. And after some time, I can even say a is equal to some test. So it is perfectly valid in JavaScript. And after some time, after few lines, I'll say a is equal to an object. So here there is no strict thing in JavaScript to mention what type of data. And one at the last, you can't even able to know what is the a type. Can I read like a number? Can I read like a character by character, or can I read like an object? So what it is. So there is no strict restriction on the type of data we are going to assign to the variable. But in any other language like Java and .NET, they will particularly mention what type of data, because JavaScript was introduced to the market in the, I mean, in the year 1995. So that time they wanted to make a JavaScript language to be a easiest language. So in this easiest language, they don't want to make a lot of rules. But to sustain in this current world, it must be having certain rules. Otherwise, you are come across a lot of problems. Okay, so they have not changed the way how this is working, because if they change the existing feature of programming, so it leads to a lot of errors in our existing projects also, because they have written as per this feature the logic. If all of a sudden they can if they change, these logics will not work in their programs. So they can't able to change, because for every language, once a change is finalized, they never change it. They can give some new feature, but existing feature cannot be changed. Next, and even with the functions. So for functions, functions thing is, if I declare a function greeter with two variables, I mean two parameters, one is name and age. So greet you declare with name and age. You can pass name and age. It perfectly works. Or you pass age comma name. That also perfectly works. But it take the 40 as the name, and I mean the name as the age. And you give more parameters, it works. Less parameter it works. If you don't pass anything, also the same function is going to work. So there is no guarantee what is the greet function is able to do. Okay, these all are like optional parameters. So what they wanted is, they wanted to make it as completely restrict function. So it has to accept same number of parameters and same type of parameters also. So that mostly every oops programming is having the strict rules. They want to implement that strict rule over here. So without, I mean, because with this nature, I mean, with the JavaScript nature, it leads to a lot of errors. So they want to make that way strictly typed. That's why we call as TypeScript. So type, I mean, typing superset of JavaScript. So type is must, data types. And then what else? Yeah, oops features. So in the current market, the easiest programming and the most popular programming methodology is object-oriented programming methodology. But in the existing programming language called JavaScript, there uh, the the complete oops features are not allowed. I mean, it's not even implemented. Complete oops features like interfaces, public, private, protected, uh, so those type of things is not completely implemented in JavaScript, but they wanted to use complete oops features. So for that, for these many reasons, they have shifted to Angular with TypeScript. So TypeScript is a language which supports all these features, but still TypeScript is also having one small limitation. What is that is, even though you write all these things in TypeScript language, TypeScript itself cannot execute on the browser. Because hardly when you do it Angular or Angular JS, you develop client-side application. And client-side means it must has to execute on the browser. So browser only understand JavaScript. Browser will never understand TypeScript, because browsers are not implemented in that way to understand directly TypeScript language. So one extra step. See, browser. I show you. Browser understand only JavaScript, and developer. So developer can write JavaScript, but which leads to some limitations. So he likes TypeScript to write, because which is the easiest programming called oops, and all the oops features with all the rules and regulations, we can write a program. So developers want to write in TypeScript language, but browser understands only JavaScript. But still, the developer, what application is written, it has to execute on the browser. So what he has to do is, this TypeScript has to compile. So you have to compile this TypeScript. It will generate a JavaScript, and this JavaScript has to be executed on the browser. So developer has to, and developer is also happy because he write in TypeScript language. Browser also happy. It get JavaScript, but in between some extra step is required. That's a compilation or transpilation. Transpilation means transform plus compile, because it converts from one language to another language is called transformation and the compilation. Okay, so fine. And if you are using only TypeScript programming, then you must have to compile to the JavaScript. But if you're using Angular internally, you have tried TypeScript only. But Angular having some special tools, those tools will be converting your TypeScript code to the JavaScript, and we are not going to worry about. As a developer, we don't need to worry about how to convert TypeScript function, I mean TypeScript logic to JavaScript in Angular. But you are writing plain TypeScript means you have to converge. Okay. So first of all, how to install TypeScript is just say npm install -g TypeScript. So this is the command you have to install globally, because I have to execute. We have to execute this TypeScript. I mean, we have to run the TypeScript compiler anywhere in the computer directory. So we need to install this in a global. And then how to compile a program. And also I tell you, in JS file you have a file extension called .js, but in TS you have an extension called .ts. It means .ts file has to be converted to .js file. So we are going to write .ts file because that's a TypeScript. Okay, how to compile is there's a command tsc space um, app.ts, the file name .ts. So this tsc means the TypeScript compiler. This will compile the app.ts TypeScript file to app.js. And then this app.js you want to execute. Many ways you can execute. You can execute this with browser. You create a HTML, you connect the app.js to that and see the output in the console window of the browser. Or else you can execute this with a plain Node.js. You can just say sorry, node space app.js. So using node command also you can execute. I'm just showing node command because till now we have executed all JavaScript files with node command. So we execute this way. Fine. So you can compile like this and execute like this. And I'll just show you the official documentation of TypeScript. Just go to Google and type TypeScript. Yeah, this is TypeScript official website, and which is given by the Microsoft, and it is open source free version. Current version is 3.7.5, and yeah, see, TypeScript is a typed superset of JavaScript that compiles to the plain JavaScript. It is a typed superset, something next level. It's a superset of JavaScript. So typed means, so strictly typed means data types, and that compiles to the plain JavaScript. It runs on any browser, any host, any operating system, and it's open source. Okay, you can just read about the documentation, and yeah, let me install this. Let's click on download. Once you click on download, they'll give you an option, only one option, that is npm. Okay, I'll just show you. Just go to the command prompt. So you hit the command npm install -g TypeScript. Okay, so TypeScript installed. Once installed, you can check the version using a command called tsc space -v, enter. Yes, you get the version 3.7.5. That's the current version. Okay, fine. So just close this. Yeah, so now let's start with the TypeScript programming. So I'll just go back to my workspace. Here I create a folder. Um, sorry, right click, new folder, TypeScript. Okay, so let me open this. Let me copy the address. Yeah, here file, open, paste. Okay, okay. Yeah. So here just show you the basics first. I mean how to execute a JavaScript TypeScript program. So right click, new, and directory. Let's make 01 underscore ts TypeScript underscore basics. Here I just create. Uh, till now we used to create normal HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, but now this time is we TypeScript. So below JavaScript you can find a TypeScript. Yep. The name of the TypeScript is just app. Let's give name app. It creates automatically .ts extension. Yeah. So I got app.ts. Fine. And one more thing, along with this thing, you need to create one JSON file. That's tsconfig.json. I tell you what is that. So along with the TypeScript files, you need to know one extra configuration file. The configuration file for TypeScript is tsconfig.json. Okay, so this JSON file, why we need this JSON file is, see, I tell you a simplest way. Normally, TypeScript will convert to the JavaScript, right? But TypeScript is having all the features, all the OOPS features are there, and with the current version, we're going to write a program. But thing is, JavaScript is having some small limitation, right? Like in the browser, so JavaScript is having a lot of versions like ES6, ES7, ES19, like many versions are there. So browser understand only few version, not advanced version. So thing is, what version of JavaScript has to be get, because TS will convert to JS file. It creates a new JS file, but this JS file belongs to the which version of JavaScript. So that information we have to give in the tsconfig.json. So what version of JavaScript you want? Most commonly used is ES6, uh, or you can give ES5 also. And don't bother, it is ES5 or ES6 because we are not responsible to create the JavaScript now. Only the TS is going to generate a JavaScript. Okay, so which is most understandable by all the browsers, like even Opera, Safari, and all. Just make ES5. Okay, so that's what tsconfig.json, and WebStorm is dead easy. You can just select the folder. I can just right click new. There is an option. See, tsconfig.json file. Let me click on this. So compiler options, module, just ignore all those things as of now. Target, target is ES5. So ES5 version of JavaScript is going to create. Even if you don't add this file also, by default ES5 version is going to come. So here you can do control space. So you can just select. So what version of ES you want? Even the next version of ES is there. Okay, but you have to give the most understandable. The most understandable JavaScript version by the browser. Fine. So that's about tsconfig.json, and let's write a simple program. Generally, in JavaScript, how we write a program is employee name, let employee name equal John, right? But here we have to mention the type, what type of data we are going to add to the variable. So we have to mention type is like this colon string. It is a string type is equal to something John. So let employee name of type string is equal to John, and I want to print it. So printing normally simple, console.log of backtick. I write employee name is going to be the employee name. Okay, so you have created a variable with a string type John, and you have printed. Now see here, if I declare an employee name with stringer John, it only accepts this variable only accepts stringer. Suppose if I say in the next line employee name is equal to some 100 I give, it won't accept. But this will accept in JavaScript, but in TypeScript it won't accept because it is strictly typed language. This is called TypeScript. See, if I keep a cursor, so type 100 is not allowed, not assigned to the stringer because it is declared as a string. If I make it as a number, this number is allowed, but this string is not allowed, right? Okay. If I say Boolean, nothing is allowed. Okay. So let's make it a string. So strictly typed language. Yeah. Fine. How to execute this program is, see, in my folder, I have only TS file. I don't have JS file. So when you compile it, it will generate a JS file, and that works with the browser and even the backend. So how to do that is go to the terminal and go to the program location. Actually, you can do right click and open in terminal. It opens directly the path. but I just use the Windows commands to open a path. So cd space 01 tab, enter. I got the path, CLS clear screen, and here yeah, TSC space app.ts. This for compilation. Press enter. Yeah, compile successfully. And after compilation, you can go and check a TS when you expand here. See, one app.js is created, and we have mentioned that ES5 version of JavaScript. So it will generate this entire source code to ES5 version, because I show you. See, this is the generated JavaScript file where employee name equal John and plus symbol, because the let keyword has come from ES6 version, but ES5 version there's no keyword called let, is a var. And then the backtick operator is from ES6, but ES5 till until ES5 we are using only this one, what you call as string concatenation. Okay, and we are not at all worry about what is the generated JS file, because only browser will take care about that. Our only concentration as a developer is write TypeScript. Okay, yeah. So compilation perfectly can be done by the TypeScript compiler. Then after that you have to execute it. Let's say node space app.js, enter. I got a message. Uh, Employee name John. This is how you can write a program and you can execute it. So let me understand. Let me tell you the data types of TypeScripts, because there are some few other data types also there except the JavaScript language. So we'll discuss the data types here. So new directory 02 underscore ts underscore data types. Data types. Yeah, here I create one ts config, yeah, and then I create one TypeScript, that is app.ts. Okay, so here there are some data types are available. So I show you data types of TypeScript. String is there, number is there, and boolean, undefined, null, enum, array, object, void, any. These are all data types of TypeScript. So let's start it about string. String means you can declare any string type of data. So let's like employee name of type. You can give like colon string is equal to John, the same thing. And you want to print it, just say simply console.log of backtick employee name. You give the employee name. So you get the employee name. And next number. You want to display a number. You can just say let's just say employee salary is equal to something around 85,000. Okay, but you have to mention make sure you have to mention the type is number. Okay, so then let me open. Yeah, so if it is declared as a number, you cannot assign anything. You can just say is equal to some text I given. It won't allow. What happened? Something went wrong there. Employee salary of type number. Okay, let me print it once. Console.log of employee. Okay, let's take backtick. Employee salary will be employee salary, like this. And let's take boolean. So let something called is active. I mean, this person is existing in the company or not. We can make it as boolean is equal to true. So you can access console.log of I use the backtick is active. Is active. Yeah. and then undefined. So you have a type called undefined and null also, but undefined means you can assign undefined and null as a value. So I show you undefined. Suppose I declare anything, any variable like test with undefined. So for undefined, you must have to assign undefined as a value, or you can assign even null as a value. So no error, except that you can assign string and all not possible. So two values allowed for undefined, undefined and null. Let me assign undefined only. I say console dot log of test data will be test. That's for undefined. Just to define undefined value. Null also there. So let some ABC is equal to you have to mention the type null of type null is equal to, I just mention the null value it allowed, or else you assign some undefined are also allowed, but numbers and all strings and all not allowed because it is of type null. So you can make null only, and you can write console.log of backtick ABC. Its value is ABC. Yeah, that's about undefined null. And let's make thing is array. So how you declare an array is generally we declare string as a normal string is stringer, number is like this, boolean is like this, but I want to represent an array. And even JavaScript, the mixed array is allowed, right? So an array contain mixed data types, but here in TypeScript mixed data types is not allowed, only the particular data type is allowed because all elements belongs to the same type. So once it is declared as a one type, you cannot change that. So what is that? That is, let's see. So let's colors of type string array. You can write like this. If it's normal string, you can give stringer, but if it's array, array like this is equal to an array. Here I'll just take only string types like a white, comma black, comma purple, comma blue, like that. Suppose if I give some 100, it won't accept. Okay, fine. And then you can just print it simply. Console dot log of colors. Yeah, that's fine. And then next, let me print once because I want to see data. What I do is go to terminal. I go back to the previous folder, go to 02 data types, ts space app.ts, compile. Yep. After compilation, node space app.js. Yes, I got data. Employee name, age, salary, undefined, null, array, like that. Yeah. Let's take objects. You have object data type also. Let student of type object is equal to one object. Here you can take the name as Rajan and age 22 and course of engineering, like this. And you can just simply print it console.log of students. Let's call object type. Next, you have enum. What is enum is if you want to declare any constant values, a set of constant values you want to represent together, you go with enum. So I tell you what is set of constant values, because even though if an object has object is declared as a constant, but internal data is not a constant, right? But if you want to date this data also constant, you can go with enum. But enum declaration side difference. It's not like with let keyword or constant. It's like directly enum keyword. Something called month. Yeah, here I can assign some data. See, normally object how we declare let shouldn't equal to objects. Here enum month no is equal symbol, and inside you have colon, but here inside we have is equal to. So this is the difference. I'll take Jan of type. Sorry, it's not type. Is equal to January. Okay, and Feb value will be is equal to February. MAR is equal to March. I want to represent a constant values inside, so it's a enum. And how to access them is you can simply say console.log of month dot jan. You get the answer as January. And even you can't assign anything to it. So once you have declared as a enum, so I say month dot jan is equal to some test. You can't add anything because it is read only and constant. See, it's a read only property. It's like constants. You can't change. You can only access them. Okay, so that's the enum, and here you get the answer is January. And next, there is another type called void. What is this void is generally it's mostly for functions. Uh, I tell you one function I'll declare. Let some greet is equal to one function. Okay, greet is a function. So this greet function, I'll just write some console dot log of hello, good morning or something. Okay, just say good morning. Okay, so let greet is equal to one function. It says console dot log of good morning. Generally, in a normally JavaScript functions, it doesn't care what type of return type is there for the function. If you return something, if you return a string, you can do it. If you return object, you can do it. If you return array, you can do it. But here, strictly type it. What type of return type also you have to mention over there. How it is suppose your function is returning a string. Suppose return test. If it is return type is test string, you must have to mention the return type over here. The next to the function parameters colon string. You must have to mention this is nothing but a return type from the function. So now you're returning the string. You have to mention as a string. Suppose you change it as number or null. Okay, let's make number. You get the error because it must declared as a returns number. You told that it is returns number, but you're returning a string, so it throws an error. So test is not assignable to the type number. Okay, I say objects not allowed. So only string means string allowed. So if I don't add, you get the problem again because you made as string type but not written. Okay, if you don't have any return type from the function, you can make must and should as void. So void is since it doesn't have any return type from the function. Okay, that's one thing. Void means a function without any return type is called void. Okay, let me call that simply greet. It execute the normal console log. Good morning. One last thing is there any. Any means see I tell you a small example. Suppose you declare as a number. Sorry, you declare as a string. String means you can assign only string data. Number means you can assign only number. Uh, Boolean means you can assign only Boolean. Uh, so there's a small flexibility in TypeScript also, like any. Any means same like JavaScript. If you declare any variable with any, so you can assign string, you can assign number, you can assign Boolean, you can assign array, anything. It's called any type of data you can assign. I show you. Let some variable is equal to I say John. I just declare it as any data type. Yeah. If I declare it as any type of data you can assign just like JavaScript. See, I say somewhere is equal to some number I given. It happily accepted because it is declared as any. But if I change this to string, if I change this to string, you get the error because string cannot assign with a number. But if it is any, you can assign anything. You can say somewhere is equal to one array, happily accepted. Somewhere is equal to an object, happily accepted. So somewhere is equal to one function, happily accepted. But very rarely we use this. I mean, because if any requirement, such a requirement where you not sure what type of data, so that just to provide a flexibility for the developer, they have given one more data type called any. Okay, so I'll just do a console.log.
Sir,
Uh,
so it is just like where, right?
which
Any
one?
means where. This any can be like array or object or anything.
Any is a data type.
data type, right? But in also, I'm not talking about TypeScript. In JavaScript, if we write where a is equal to 10, means it find out itself like it's an integer, and if we define where a is abc, it's kind of a string, right? So that means, is it equivalent to where in JavaScript, this
No,
any?
no. In JavaScript, you are selling var keyword. Is it?
Yeah, yeah,
No, no. Var is like that's the old ES6, ES5 syntax.
right, right.
Let var let same only, na.
Mm-hmm.
But var and let is just a keyword. But any is a data type. But in we
Okay,
never
okay,
mention data type in JavaScript, right? We just mention
right,
like
right.
let something equal something.
Okay, got it.
It is specifically
Okay.
a data type which indicates any type of data can assign. It's like this one. But there we never mention any or something. Right? Yeah. So this is about data types of TypeScript, and let's talk about something called operators. Very few operators, not all operators like JavaScript here. I'll just create a new directory 03 underscore ts underscore operators. Okay, I'll just create a tsconfig.json, and I'll create one TypeScript app.ts. Yep, done. So here, what I do is TypeScript. Yeah. So now we discuss operators. So I just discuss a basic operators like arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators and something called logical operators and some conditional operators. Just want to show you the difference between TypeScript and JavaScript. Okay, let's start with arithmetic. Spelling wrong. Okay, I say let num1 of type number is equal to 10, and let num2 of type number is equal to 20. You can declare two variables like this, and a normal operation like you can write a basic console log backtick. I just say sum. The summation will be this normal num1 plus num2. It's like this. So control D for multiple operations like summation, subtraction, um, multiplication, and the division. So let's make it as minus. This is star, and this is slash. Okay, fine. Anyway, you get the result, no problem. Yeah. Next, conditional operators. Conditional operators. Yeah. For conditional operator, what we give an example, I think, yeah, marks. So let's marks of type number is equal to some 75. So let's message is equal to, or let's say result of type string is equal to empty. Yeah. So logic will be if marks less than or equal to 35, you can just make a result is equal to you cleared the exam, like else result is equal to you failed the exam, like that. And you can simply say console.log of results. So you get the answer as you cleared the exam. Nothing to execute. Show execution. cd space dot cd space 03 tab is a new folder operators, and tsc space app.ts compile it once. Yeah, compiled. So you can just say node space app.js. Yes, I got you failed exam. Hmm. You failed exam by marks is less than or equal to 35. 75 not less than. Huh? How come? Marks 75, result string is if marks is less than or equal to 35. Oh, sorry. Correct only. I made here is because 75 not less than 35, right? So it came back here and failed exam. But actually, the thing is, cleared the exam is here. See, if you get less than 35 marks, you fail. Na? Yeah, correct. Because I made string is executed correct only, but it has to be this one. Next, um, logical operator. Logical operator. You can make some logical operator. Watch. Um, yeah, the same old example. I think old some funny example we given that time. Yeah. So something called in relation of type boolean is equal to true and let parents agreed of type boolean is equal to false. I'll just say if if in relation and parents agreed. So you can even take one more variable called let message of type string is equal to empty string. Yeah, you can write message is equal to you can write console log also, but I'm just writing message. Get married soon. Get married, and else same old message is equal to wait until the parents agreed. Okay, fine. So simply do the console dot log of message. You get the answer as wait until parents agreed because it's false. Fine. This enough. Nothing to declare. I mean, discuss the complete operators of JavaScript because almost same, only declaration types difference. Yep. And then we'll talk about the next thing, uh, operators, and then some conditional statements. Let's write a few conditional statements like 04 underscore ts underscore uh, conditional and loops. Conditional loop statements. I just make ts config.json and I create one app.ts. Yeah. So what condition statements you're going to write is first of all I write if else condition. I think if else condition also we made one example. The same example we write if else let time of type number is equal to some 10. So logic very same. If time is greater than or equal to 0 and so time is less than or equal to 12. So I'll just take a message. Let message is equal to empty. Sorry, you have to declare as string. Okay. So here you write message is equal to good morning. So else if time is greater than 12 and so time is less than or equal to 17. So let's say message is equal to good afternoon. Okay, let me copy this, paste it, greater than 17 and less than or equal to up to 23 for good evening. And finally, let's make else. So message is going to be the enter a proper time. Yeah, same thing. I can just make a console dot log of message. Yep, that's it. You get the answer as good morning because time is 10. That's fine. That's very basic. And let's make looping statements. Looping, I go with for loop. I show you how we write a for loop in TypeScript. Normally initialization, but we only knows that for I equal to 0. But here is something different syntax. Yeah. So let's for for let's I of type number. Just mention like this is equal to 0, remaining same to same. I less than or equal to 10. I plus plus. Yeah, the main difference you can see in OOPS concepts and functions and objects also. Yeah. So number 10 I plus plus. So I'll just add to the different variable. I say let result is equal to result of type string is equal to empty string, and I'll write result plus equal to I use backtick operator dollar I some space. Yeah, let me do the console dot log of results. Okay, so result is of type string. This is our type number, and let me go back to the terminal. Back to cd space dot cd space 04 tab, and just say tsc space app dot ts. Yeah, and then node space app dot js. You get the answer 1 2 3 4 up to 10. Fine. That's it. Like we have done some examples, like I think some stars we printed, some numbers we printed that way, but is enough. If you want to print any reverse string, okay, let's make one small example called reversing logic. Reversing, how we do normal without function, because till now we have not start functions. So without functions, how we do is let message of type string is equal to something good morning. This I want to make sure the syntactical rules of TypeScript here. Message is string, and let's uh, reverse message of type string is empty now as of now. I did a looping. So for let's what is that? Let's I of type number is equal to message dot length minus 1. I have to start on the reverse, and I greater than or equal to 0, and I minus minus. So you get the each character. So let's character of type again string is equal to str, not str is a message dot carriage of I. Okay, and thus keep on adding to the reverse string. So let's say reverse string reverse message plus equal to the character, and finally just say console dot log of reverse message. So you get the answer will be the reversing. Hardly what we have to understand is stringer, number, and stringer. That's it. Remaining and all same to same as JavaScript. Let me go terminal and execute once, because you have to compile once because new program. So whenever you write a new statement here, even a single line also, you have to compile and execute, because it will not be there automatically in JavaScript. I tell you automatic how compilation will happen after some time. So as of now, just do the same. So tsc space app dot ts, and node space app dot js. Yeah, good. You get a good morning to us. Yeah, that's about conditional and looping statements. And then we discuss the concept called objects and arrays. So I'll just create a new directory, something called 05 underscore ts underscore objects and arrays. So I'll just create one new config file, and I'll create new typescript app.ts. Yeah. So in this typescript, what I do is, yeah, object. Object, one small twist is there. I'll just tell you. First, we'll declare object first. Let's say object. So I say let normally students. is equal to one object of type object. Okay, so you can just say name Rajan, comma age 22, comma course is normally engineering. Yeah. So I declare an object. So when I say console.log of students, you get the answer as student. Let me test once and then I tell you what is going to happen here. Um, CLS cd space dot dot, because I have to go to the 05 folder and just say tsc space app.ts, and make sure you execute tsc is ts only. If you say tsc space js, you get the error. See, I tell you, if I say tsc space app.js, you get the error because TypeScript never understand the JS file. TypeScript understand only TypeScript file. Otherwise, you get the error like this. App.js is unsupported extension because it doesn't know TSC compiler is for TS, node is for JS. And don't say node equal to app.ts. You get the error again. Okay. So make sure use the proper data. TSC space app.ts only. Come on. Yeah. Node space app.js only. Yeah, you get the answer. That's fine. Twist is I want to access Rajan. When I say console.log of student dot name, see, you get the error. Student dot name is get the error. So let's see what is error first. When I keep a cursor, see, the property name does not exist on type object. Thing is, we declared the student is of type object. It's telling there is no name property in the object type is telling. See, here is a concept called custom data types. Thing is, suppose string is a data type, right? So string is a data type because I mean, it string means you can assign only string type of data. So somewhere in the TypeScript language internally, they have given some type of restriction. It can assign only string type of data. Suppose if you declare anything as number, you can assign only number data. So they have given some restrictions, some rules to assign only number type of data. Same way, object is predefined, but this object doesn't contain this data. So in this case, you have to create a custom data type. So what is that custom data type? So the custom data type in TypeScript language is called as interface. Interface also used for OOPS concepts. So as of now, I just tell you, uh, custom data type here is expecting as interface. So you have to define the rules, what type of properties can be there in an object, and what are the types for each property. You have to mention them in a interface. So I just show you a new custom, let's say custom data type. What is the custom data type here is, what is the custom data type is, let student, a capital student I'm taking, not let, sorry, it's interface. No? The keyword is interface student. It's open close. Yeah, you are declaring a custom data type called student. In that, you can make some rules, only rules. So what is the rule is, I need to have a name and name parameter. I mean, sorry, no name property with type string, and age property with the type number, and then course one property with the type string. You have to mention your own custom object with data like this. Once you have mentioned, then don't use the predefined objects. You have to use capital student. So now this students, whatever you have created, it is a part of, I mean, it is of type this student. So name, age, course is there. You have to mention them over here. And make sure if it is declared as string, you have to mention string only, because that's what rules here. So when I say some number, you get the error. It says that you declared a string and you're not assigning, you're assigning as a number. Okay, so it's like that. And even age, I'll just change to, it is declared as a number. I just change to a string something. it won't allow, you get the error. Okay, that's a custom data type. And even here only three properties are there. I'll make one more property here. I'll say college of type, I mean college with the value id. See, it is not allowing because, see, message is college does not exist in the type student. The type student, there's no college thing only. How can you write it like that? So when I mention here college of type string, now happy because it is there in the rule now. Okay, fine. And even make sure if it is capital college, again you get the, because it's a case sensitive language. This and this college not same. And don't think like, sir, I declared college and it's not accepting. No, it is uppercase college, it is lowercase college, and as per the case sensitive language, every programming language is case sensitive. So make sure it is same. So
So
lowercase. Huh?
one question what I did not understand is the first thing is on the interface student age we define the type like name, age, course, college, right?
Yeah.
And the second thing is on the student like now we are entering data right here, name is that.
Mm-hmm.
And what is late student student? This is student is actually interface right here.
Let this capital student is interface. Okay, it is
Yes.
like a rule. Like
Mhm.
we just declare let student equal to of type object. Correct. So that
Okay. Okay.
object or string or number, that is called type. Same like that, the
Okay.
student is type. So generally string, number and all, we don't need to declare them because already they're in the predefined data types. It's a custom data type, but you must have to declare it first and then
Okay.
use it. So this
So
student
that student
variable,
is of interface type, right? This one.
yes, yes,
Okay.
yeah. And even if this interface is having four properties, then I'll make only three properties. Then also not allowed. It says, hey, you're not properly implemented. You're missing something college. Yes, it's strictly, I told right, strictly typed language. Okay, I don't need a college. Then remove from here also. Yeah, now happy. Now check student name also proper because student is of type students and that is having name. So perfectly you get data. When I go and compile this and run this, yeah, I got Rajan. Fine. This how you can declare it. And let's talk about arrays. So for arrays concept, I'll just take an array of employees. So each employee of type something called employee. I do one thing. I just take a type interface employee, capital employee, and always remember for interface, and class, you must have to give the uppercase. Starts with uppercase. For normally variables and all lowercase, like camel case, we can use it for variables, function names and all. But for interface and classes, you must have to give a, the rule is name has to start with a capital letter. Okay, fine. So interface employee. So what fields you are expecting for the employee objects? I expect an ID, ID of the ID, sorry, ID number, and name of type string, age of type number, and designation of type watch, designation of type again string. Okay, so id, name, age, and designation done. So next I then just make an array. So let's employees is equal to, sorry, employees of type employee, not just simple object. I'm going to do, I'm going to make an array. So let's make an array is equal to one array like this. So employees is equal to employees array, and which contains an array. So in this array, we must have to make what type of array. If you declare as a string type, see, if you declare a string type, you have to mention only strings. If it is of number type, you have to mention only numbers. But if it is of employee type, so you have to mention all, each element of type employee. It means an object. It must contain all data. See, I just take an empty object, so it throws the error because many fields are missing. ID is missing. It's saying ID, name, age, designation is missing. Yeah, let's make quickly ID one, and name is John, comma age of type some 40, comma one more is missing, designation. See, now happy. It's a manager.
Yeah.
Okay, like strictly type it. Huh.
Now if we are using the array of any number type or any string type, only number type or string type, do we need to mention the custom data type for that also?
No, if you make if you take string, you
Yeah.
have to mention only strings here, right?
Okay.
String is a type, right?
Yeah.
So string we don't need to declare because it is predefined type.
Yes.
If it is a number, no need to declare number. It's a predefined. It's
Okay.
there
Only
already in
for the
the type set. Only for employee.
custom.
Only
Yeah.
custom.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah, because those are predefined types. So this is actually coming from. I mean, this is not. This is our. We have created a new type. So
Yes.
that must be created.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, one object. Let's make multiple objects. Comma. Next one is ID 2, and this is Wilson. And let's make an age some 45 and some senior manager. And next, let's make an ID of 3, and let's make John Wilson and Rajan. Let's make some 25 years software engineer. And next, fourth one, I'll make Mahesh around 32 years and team lead. Okay, so you made an array of employees. Okay, let me loop it and display. I won't display only the names of each employee. So now you can loop multiple ways. You can use normal for loop, for in loop, for off loop, for each function, anything you use. I just use the normal for loop, normal for loop to retrieve employees. I'll just say for let I of type number equal to 0 and I less than or equal to employees dot length minus 1 or just less than length, and I plus plus. So what you do here is you have to get only names. I'll just print the names with a string. I'll say let output of type string is equal to empty string. I'll take here. I'll say output is equal. I say output plus equal to backtick. I say employees of I. So if you say employees of Y, you get the each object, but I have to get the only names. You can say dot name space, and you can make it as uppercase. Yavish. Yep. So let's say console dot log of output. You get the answer as output. Let me save it and let me execute once. I'll just say back to here. You have to compile app.ts. Sorry, something wrong. I mean app.js there. TS space app.ts. Yeah. So node space app.js. Yeah, we got all the variable, all the names in a caps. Let's make one last example. I want to filter the data. I want to filter with junior employees based on the age. So only Rajan and Mahesh is okay. Let's make Mahesh as 28. So both are less than 30. I just want to filter junior employees using a array filter function. So let's say junior employees. Yeah, you can do normal for loop also, but I want to use a filter function. So I say let's junior employees of type. So ultimately you returns what? Employee array only, because junior employees also an array of employees only. So it's a employee array. Okay, is equal to, you can write employees dot filter. Yeah, in this filter you will get the each function, and in this function you get the each employee, and this employee is gonna return employee dot age is less than or equal to 30. That's it. So it returns again junior employees of employee array, and that you're gonna print it. So let me say console.log of junior employees. Yes, save it. So now check. Let me go to terminal. So compile it first. Make sure you have to compile. And yep, compiled. And let me run the program. See, you get two employees data. One is Rajan and Mahesh. Both are 25 and 28, less than 30. You can even reduce this syntax because we can convert this like a normal arrow function. You can delete the function keyword and you can make an arrow here. It's become an arrow function, and even you can simplify this because if only one parameter, you don't need to write a parenthesis here. And even if it is only one written statement, you can even reduce that as well. Delete this written statement also, and here, yeah, I think you have to make this one. Yeah, success. So employees dot filter employees, take each employee and it returns employee dot age is less than 30. So whoever condition is this match, that employee will be stored with, I mean pushed to this particular array. So it's a even shortest format for filtering process. Yeah, save it. So now let me go back again and let me compile once. Sorry, compile it, and yeah, execute it. You get the same data again. Rajan and Mahesh, 25 and 28. Okay, this is the simplest format. Okay, that's about objects and arrays. Okay, so that's it, enough for this today's class. And tomorrow's class, we're going to start with functions. We have discussed the functions, and there are different functions that there in JavaScript, and same function, and but functions must be discussed in a depth because functions we have different things in JavaScript and different things in TypeScript. And after that, we'll start ES6 features. Just only one file I create, and I'll just explain all the ES6 features over there. And then we'll start the OOPS features because that's very, very important because the complete TypeScript is depend on OOPS features like classes, objects, like encapsulation, polymorphism, inheritance, implements, extends, like method overloading, overriding, and what you call public, private, protected. So long story like constructor, class, object. So long story. So that concept we'll discuss in the last. Okay. So that's it.
So we
So
need to
any
be
question till now?
so we need to be strong in TypeScript before moving to Angular then, right, sir?
Sorry, TypeScript.
So what we need to learn like TypeScript it's in detail before we move to Angular, right?
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
yeah. And after learning the OOPS concept, there is one more concept called modules. Same like in Node.js, we have custom modules, right? So how we declare one JavaScript file and we load, I mean, we create multiple JavaScript files and we load one JavaScript to other file, import and export. The same like that, we have TypeScript files also. We have bunch of TypeScript files and one TypeScript file I want to export to some other, and from there I load it and use it. Like different classes, like a packages is actually called as modules. You can export and import the module. So that's this last concept, and after that we'll start Angular.
So
Okay.
how much like how is interface used in Angular like a TypeScript interface?
If you want to declare any it's called
Okay.
what you call, you can declare some custom type, and also you can declare some interface actually contains the rules before actually you declare a class. Generally you write a class, right? So class is contains the implementation. So for
Mhm.
that implementation, if you want to make some rules for the implementation, only function declaration, no implementation. So for rule specific we use interface.
And in C Sharp or in Java, like interface, it's just a empty signature and we define anything
Yes,
inside,
exactly,
right?
same here also
Okay,
same.
okay.
Yeah. uh, So till now, what we discussed interface is object signature because we declare the object rules, and it also contains the functions and how to implement them in a object-oriented way. Because as of now, I have showed in function-oriented way only, normally creating objects. But in object-oriented programming, we have to make a class to implement actually those things. So that I tell you, when we start with OOPS concepts.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah. So that's it. Thank you so much for watch. Sorry. Thank you so much for joining, and we'll meet tomorrow. Thank you.